Scorpio, I feel that there's a calling to be mindful that you are perhaps overdoing something that is using a lot of your energy for certain things to happen for you. The solution is in not doing as much as you normally would do. Let's find out for you. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. We have Shine. We have Moon, synonymous to your frequency. One more for Scorpio. Investigate. What is it that you are seeking to understand about the nature of the frequency of perhaps overdoing certain things? The energetic questions, as usual, as I say, have already been placed within the ethers of the realm, and this is the answer to those questions that you've been having that are pending inside of your consciousness for a long time. I hear a long time, perhaps a lifetime of a lifetime. We will have a look and see for you. You are met with the Hermit. You seek to shine, but yet you are in the Hermit's position. There's the Sun right oppositional of the Moon, which suggesting very much that in your actual nature you are the one that has to shine. Shine twice now coming through. We have the Magician here under Investigate. We have the Nine of Coins. And the leading out card is the Ten of Coins. Within the nature of the reality, the deepest part of your consciousness is suggesting that you seek to be really bright and visible so that there is an awareness of the nature of how you do things. Perhaps this could be for some of you as a Scorpio collective within your entire chart. See where it is placed, that it may be impacted in that way as well. That needing to come out of that which is in the Hermit space here will be something that will lead you towards understanding the nature of your shine. Your shine within your spirit, within the nature of your essence in itself, is very much complementary to the Sun, which is the masculine frequency here. Therefore, it is in your nature to bring out that which you have been working on for a long time, but perhaps you have investigated a bit longer than you should have. The Magician is very much supported by the investigative nature of your essence. It is, I would say, like Sherlock Holmes, where you are essentially investigating a lot of things, but you're not really coming to that point where you can establish exactly which it is that you wish to follow or to come to an awareness or an agreement of. I'm also hearing that someone is also over analyzing something of a nature that is perhaps hidden from you. And so seeking that answer as to why certain things are the way that they are, how is it then that it is going to give you any type of assurance in that nature? At the heart of the nature, the Magician stands strong here over the Investigate card, which suggesting that you are definitely seeking a new way of understanding how, let's call it, magic works for you. I'm also seeing there that in the way that you are presenting yourself, perhaps this could be something that you could use to your advantage on a financial level. because you believe that it may actually lead you to find the Ten of Pentacles at last. In the very nature of this frequency, there is a seeking to understand something and reinventing a new way of approaching something that perhaps has been there for a long time, much like how long the moon has been in the sky, and much how long it took for this diamond to become a diamond over centuries, over lifetimes. I'm seeing here that even so, by your own nature, you are being told, or it is required from you to establish your own ability, your own authority of what you know, as opposed to looking for something that you think could actually work for you. If this is in a relationship, perhaps what you've been doing has been placing another person under a bigger strain, or perhaps not. Maybe you've been under strain by the other person or party, and it is expected of you to perform now, to present something to the public, to that which is on your platform. So this could be for someone that is working, either could be a reader that is doing some deep diving investigations, or this could be for someone who is very much in the social circles of the public's eye, because there's a lot of shine and a lot of light and a lot of presentation over the personality here in this frequency. Let's see. Let's look a little deeper. Can we see the frequency for Scorpio right now? Seems to struggle to come out here. So there's something that maybe you're not ready to want to hear, perhaps. We have the Ten of Cups underneath the Hermit. We have the Page of Wands underneath the Sun. We have the Four of Cups underneath the Magician. And with the Page of Swords underneath the Nine of Coins. And then this, we can already see in the get-go that perhaps this may even be for someone that knows a Scorpio. So again, place this where it matters to you. This is also for cross-watchers. Within the nature of the Hermit card here, the Ten of Cups comes through in the shadow, the underworld, because we have the as above and so below, that which is in both parts within the consciousness, deeply in the subconsciousness, needs to come forward for the heavens or the upper world or the above, which is in your head, your mind, your thoughts, the way you reason, your soul aspect, to recognize that you truly do seek happiness, actually fulfilling happiness in the heart. But in the way to find that happiness in your heart, you would need to go deeper into your heart to be able to bring that out with the light of the Hermit, which is in your archetype right now, which suggesting that you are essentially seeking that happiness really from within, and not that it would be something that is really from the outside, because you do appear as if you're not extremely happy about what you're finding on the outside. It's not really hitting that spot. Within the second card here, there's the Sun, there's the Moon, there's the Sun, and here's the Page of Wands, suggesting that you definitely have a calling in which you are supposed to bring something out so that it becomes more acceptable, so that it becomes more truthful to you. Is the deeper part of your nature something that you wish to establish within yourself first? Because that is, after all, how we alchemize that which is in the dark part of our consciousness to come to the surface, so that it brings more light, the sun, and for it to illuminate its softer nature, the moon. In that way, you are needing to take your fire, which you've started out here, to bring it across with you, because that in itself is the essence of what will bring you that happiness deeper within. So you would need to explore, magician, investigate as much as you can, without overdoing it, of course, and only to take Four of Cups, what resonates for you, and then to discard that which does not give you that quickening, that shine, as you so seek to experience. Within the nature of that expression in itself, we're seeing here that the Nine of Coins proudly presents herself in a nature of being able to be self-fulfilled, self-accomplished, self-made. Perhaps in that way, that is the truth in which you are seeking to aspire to, because you are one who seeks to be recognized and valued and validated for the efforts that you bring towards this table that is placed in front of you. Let's have a look towards the latter part here, and then we will build the bridge that will match the above and so below. We have the devil underneath the 10 of coins here. Again, the devil is something that is presenting itself as a thorn or an essence that needs to be clarified. Perhaps in some ways you've got a lot of things that you need to clear up. You may need to work on perhaps some vices, perhaps some issues with addictions that may come up as well. Perhaps there is addictive behavior that happens around the 10 of coins. Perhaps you overwork. You work harder than you should be by presenting certain things to actually make it fit. Because I hear the words making it fit. Make it fit or else. And you place that over yourself as if it's something that you have to focus on, that or else. Or else what? Or else you might not find the happiness for that moment that you're presenting it to those that are sitting at the same table as you. Within the nature of this reality, much has to come out of the underworld or the lower world here so that it becomes worked with or managed with or clarified with or alchemized in the nature. We have the magician here in the heart of the nature. That is your trump here that gives you the power to be able to establish certain things in nature. Perhaps some rituals may not have worked the way out, because I see that. I can see someone doing something over and over, and it's not really working the way you expect it to work. But then, it's not what it is that you're doing that's not working. It's how you're doing it, and that it has to be done the other way around. It has to be done internally, because that is why the underworld exists, for us to work within. Or we cannot just be on one pole or one polarity all the time, because you will never see and appreciate the sun if you were in the dark, and you will never appreciate the moon for its nature if you were in the day. Let's find the balance for you here. We have the Three of Pentacles here, definitely associating itself with how you put things in place here. We have the Emperor over the Sun and the Page of Wands, very well placed here, very powerfully placed within the nature of the frequency with what it is that you carry forward through. The center point, of course, that which is in the overall of your being, between your light and your dark, your masculine and your feminine, the star in the middle. We have the Tower over the Magician and the Four of Cups, breaking down, overdoing something, because the Tower is what happens for you and not to you. You're coming to a conclusion that essentially this is your essence, the ability to set things in place. You have the nature of your own being. You've been doing this for a long time. I'm hearing you've been doing it for many lifetimes. And that recipe has to change, and which it obviously does, because it says you're now looking for another way of actually implementing this recipe, or maybe I shouldn't know as much as I should. Either way, it is the frequency of the nature of what is required to be clarified for you. seeing here the Four of Pentacles, showing that the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups are in diagonal of one another, suggesting that certain things, if you wish to have it come towards a point of being fulfilling for you, then the nature of how you approach certain things has to change in a way that is supporting of yourself. What if you don't love yourself enough? I hear that as well. Then it means, or why do I have to love myself when I'm looking for X, Y, or Z? It always comes from within. And when it comes from within, it has to be revealing itself so that it is expressed outward. So in this case, if this is a business, the recipe and how you've been doing your work on a social level is going to change, because the Tower is over the heart area, which is the Magician, suggesting that that which you have used before is now ending, because you are now going into a point where you are using new information, new frequency, which builds you up from the very beginning. The Ten of Cups here and the Ten of Pentacles there. Again, your trajectory is going upwards, not down, not zigzag. You're actually going up, you're evolving. So this is part of your soul's evolution. You can see here the Devil. We have the Seven of Cups here, definitely taking you to the next level of happiness and appreciation, and being recognized for something so much more precise in your nature, because all of that water that you've been using has been there for a reason, for you to detox within. And yes, you have a fiery nature, but that water needs to change its alkalinity, its acidity. It needs to change so that it becomes something that is a little bit more effervescent. And in that frequency, that is what will bring you the next part of your journey. This is a major transition for Scorpio and Scorpio placements, where you're going to have to reevaluate things that may not have worked for you anymore, and things that will definitely have its purpose for you going forward. This is a very fast transition as well, because it happens within weeks and months, from what I can see here. Your overall perspective, you may actually even see within 4 months or so. It is definitely affirmed in this card here. I will leave this with you, Scorpio. I hope that this has given you some guidance and some affirmations to what it is that you have been struggling with. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it will help. And thank you so much.